Juggalo with us, so we were like, okay, we're not going to get stabbed. So we'll be okay.
He gave
But
us the rituals and the rules and the chants and he gave us everything we needed to know.
Whoop, whoop.
yeah, the whoop whoop,
Survival guy.
the family.
We'd actually done a lot of shows with Head PE. We've done quite a few shows in front of
Yeah.
Juggalo crowds. Tech 9, he's jammed with Tech 9 about eight times
lot.
now with his old band and with the new band. So we've been in front of their crowd, and we've never had any problems at all.
Well,
Any issues?
honestly, though, if you go to metal shows, if you go to hip-hop shows, both of those, you're going to have more problems.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been at a ton of metal shows, been to hip-hop shows.
And both
every
of those,
single
know
one.
it or not, you got a bunch of juggalos there.
Yeah.
Right. But the Juggalo shows, actually, there's a lot less problems. There's a lot less fights. We've had a couple cities where
It's gonna happen
the crowds
no
are
matter what the show
right.
is.
Yeah. But I think they get a bad rap, and they're
Absolutely.
huge music
Absolutely.
fans. They're really there for the concert. They're there for all the bands up front, the entire show.
They're very, very loyal.
They
Very
are.
loyal.
Yeah.
They're very loyal.
Yeah.
But I think
which is cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome. The crowd's been awesome.
And they really are just fucking music fans. And they get a bad rap because of a lot of the stuff that they listen to is gangster rap, but 50 Cent is gangster rap. That motherfucker sold like 20 million albums, you know what I mean? So to kind of box them into this gang stuff because the
He
music
just has
is
a
like
whole
that.
Army.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
never-
got an army, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
never really know night to night because we only get 20 minutes and we're the first band, so we have to kind of set the tone, you know? So usually the first song, they're just kind of standing there going, all right. They're really not sure. They're not sure what we're all about, you know? But usually by the middle of the second song and definitely by the third song, we got them. We're good. We hooked them.
Yeah, that's how you want to do it, and that's why you're doing the tour, basically, is to get in front of these guys because they're dedicated. I mean, once they're going to follow you, these guys, like you
Yes.
said, they're loyal.
And they'll pass the word along. Like, word of mouth is huge within that community, so it goes a long way. You know, you do 35 shows, you know, it's going to spread. So that's what we're hoping for.
Do you find the fan base is definitely growing because of this tour?
absolutely,
even
yeah, absolutely.
Strictly numbers-wise, of between Spotify, downloads, all that stuff has gone up since we began this. So,
Wreck the
I mean,
Place video.
exponentially in some places. So, yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So how did you two join the group? I know you had something on the side going.
When he had the older band, he sent me a track, and I said, let me take this and just kind of do something to it. And I just kind of added the
Real drums?
I added real drums, but the guitars were more thick. It was, I call it milkshake metal. I like the thick stuff. I like it, you know, it's got to have balls and it's got to have that. So I just took the one song and said, hey, this is kind of what I'm hearing. And it just took off from there, and it just kind of evolved. So
I mean, some of these days now in the recording studio, you don't even know half the time it's not even real drums. I mean, do you find it difficult to join other projects because
No, not at all. There's ways now to where you don't have to spend $20,000 on an album. You know, I'll admit it right now. I played drums on the album, but those aren't the real tones. The tones are a mix of my real drums and some Steven Slate drums. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And what makes it a lot easier is he can be 600 miles away in Salt Lake City and send me a track. I don't have to be there. Right. You know, so so that made this album, it made the album actually progress quickly and cheaply. So, and the product doesn't sound cheap at all.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm all about it.
I hear you.
And that's how I'm going to continue to. Actually, I went and bought an electronic drum set so I can just replace them right then and there. So, yeah, I have no problems with that at all. I mean, live is live. Live, you're always going to get the real deal.
Cool.
You know. But
So, you being a juggalo, does this excite you being with Twisted on the tour and shit?
Oh, you don't even know. I never once in my life expected. See, I'm a bass player and I don't rap. So, I mean, my chances of really touring on a Juggalo tour were about... And I'm more south than Salt Lake for these guys. I live more Sticks area in that. But, yeah, no, it's been a riot. I mean, it was just... Was it this year? Last year? This year?
It was the end of last year, I think. Yeah, something like that. You
No, it was all... No, it was all just this year.
It's been 29 shows, and he's been in front
March
of the stage for every band every night.
First show I played was March 11th because they asked me, hey, dude, you want to do Patty's Day show for us, fill in on bass? I'm like, cool, I'll do it. I'll learn the songs before we even get to practice. He calls me up, was like, dude, he texts me, he's like, do you want to do March 11th? I'm like, hell yeah. And then I realized, shit, is he booking me to play with him or my band? So I text him like, I'm still down either way, but what did I just agree to? He's like, playing bass for me and Suicidal Tendencies. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. I was excited. Then he finally get to practice. He's like, we're planning to do Tech 9 at the end of the month. You want to do that too? It's like, all right.
Yeah,
Keep on rolling. And then near that, he's like twisted. And
kept sucking them in.
I was sold.
I feel bamboozled and swindled.
Everybody does.
One big thing is the Juggalos never booted us from a tour. They actually asked us to come back. So that's a pretty good deal.
That is good, seeing bottles get thrown at certain
See,
people.
we have been booted off a tour.
Yeah.
Because we're too rowdy.
Yeah.
What tour?
We had Alter Bridge the day before we were supposed to meet up with them. Fucking boot us off.
Alter Bridge and Non-Point. We had.
And Non-Point was like, we still want you to do these shows. And so we were like, fuck yeah. Because we hit up Non-Point's agent. And I was like, do you have any dates with Non-Point?
Yeah,
like,
'cause
we'll
that's a good
take
matchup
them.
too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Love those guys.
And it turned out really good. And so we had everything for like 3 fucking months. And the day before, I got an email that the band watched one of my videos and was like, nope. And that was it.
That no other explanation, not a religious thing.
They wouldn't
agent
talk to
wouldn't
us.
talk
They
to
wouldn't
me.
anything.
It wasn't even like, hey, don't play this song.
We were actually in Vegas the day before, waiting for the show, and we were in Vegas
Yeah.
going, wait, we don't play tomorrow? Oh, well, we're just going to stay in Vegas and get wasted.
Yeah.
So
It was crazy.
They don't even watch like the opening bands most of the time, so why they would even care? I mean,
No.
do you guys
We don't
pay to get on these tours at all, or that one in particular?
That one was because Alter Bridge is so big right now, you know what I mean? And so that was kind of the deal, and everything was professional. They just...
except for the 24-hour notice.
Yeah, except for the notice. Because the thing is, we submitted everything 2 months earlier. So they had everything. They had our videos. They had everything. And then the day before, they're like, no.
Plans to take off from our real lives, and
Right.
you know, how do you go back to your employer and go, hey, I'm not leaving for 3 months now. Can I have my shifts back?
Right.
What are they gonna do? You know?
Right, that's something those guys don't understand that burden because they had such a career at a young age.
Right.
They never probably really had it. Maybe work at McDonald's for a little bit, but you know.
You take it and you just say, you know what? We're just gonna keep moving on,
That's all
pushing
you can
forward,
do.
and that's it, man. It's under this bridge. It's water under the bridge at this point.
All right, what's this guy do for the band? Let's hear from this guy.
This guy,
Yeah,
I'm just the roadie. That's it. Yeah,
he's
just a
that
roadie.
man.
Just a roadie.
He's
You
that
know.
man.
He's
I do some things.
He's the stat reader.
He filmed the video, the Wreck the Place video. He did all the film footage on that. He's
bloodhound for marijuana.
Deserves a mention there, man.
Yeah.
Zero
He's
is
the
kind of
roadie.
like
He's back.
all around.
He's our Google Maps.
Yeah.
He's the driver
He's,
too.
he's no. He just
If we need to get a discount somewhere, we just tell him he's Lenny Kravitz, and we fucking get in.
That'll work. I can see that work.
Yeah, he's kind of a jack of all trades for us. Like he does a
does
lot.
everything
He
for
does a
us.
lot of footwork, a lot of stuff with the other bands, a lot of stuff with the other bands' management and things like that. So he's kind of he's
like-
in the background, but he's always
He's the man
always
behind the
with us.
curtain.
Yeah.
He does a lot of little things that matter, but you never see.
Yep, he's a humble
Except for
man,
the
it
video.
seems like, so that's pretty cool. So what was your favorite tour to do so far? You mentioned a lot of bands, a lot of great bands. Who was your favorite to tour with?
Well, the Non-Point shows were really
Non-Point shows
cool.
were crazy.
They were awesome. We only did a couple with them. We only did one show with Skindred, but that might be my personal favorite because I love Skindred, and those guys are off the hook. And I don't know. I just like anywhere where we can play and people are fucking digging it. I enjoy it. I really
though,
enjoy it.
like the Twisted folks, NME has really taken care of us and treated us super
Yeah,
good
they
with
seem
much
like cool
respect,
guys, man.
and they've been nothing
Super
but good
cool.
to us.
Their whole crew is cool. Like zero complaints on this tour. And just to be somewhere where people want you to be here is a big fucking deal, because we could have got stuck for 2 months with people who hated us.
Well, I think that's something that maybe people don't know either, is the way Twisted runs their shit is more professional than probably 90% of the folks out there touring right now.
Yeah.
The way they treat their crew, the way they treat their guys coming on and off a tour, even the openers like us that they really don't have to give as much respect for. They give us stage, they give us sound check, they give us time, they give us all that.
Sometimes go out of their
Sometimes
way
they give
just
us
to make
lighting
sure
and
we.
sound. Sometimes they give us catering.
Just to get a sound check.
Sometimes they'll
huge.
drop us
Yeah,
off a
huge.
couple pizzas, man. Like, it's cool. They know we're there. They know we're busting
really,
our ass every
really
night.
professional. They
Yeah.
treat everybody really good, and it's it's
you're
a breath of
supporting
fresh
them
air
too.
for
I
real.
mean,
Yeah.
there's people that are coming out for you. I mean, I came down here because of you guys. When I've come down here, maybe not, but
Yeah.
I seen them walking in over there. Most guys would have just walked right past me. I was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And they were like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah, they're,
So
they're
it's cool.
they're all cool.
All very nice. They're private cats, but
Genuinely
they're
nice.
really just super nice guys.
Yeah.
The whole crew.
It was almost hard to recognize them without, walking by them. I was like, "Oh shit, it is them."
Yeah.
But so with the metal and the rap, what are some of the metal influences here? Besides, like you mentioned, Skindred.
Korn.
Fucking everything. Korn,
Pantera.
Pantera, a lot of, I mean, just so many.
Headpiece.
So
It
much.
even stems to
Metallica.
The Beatles, man. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many
Creedence.
influences within the five of us that it's ridiculous.
Right,
I mean,
I
you
can tell. I mean,
we all
If you
come
listen,
from
like
different backgrounds,
when we're
different
driving
age
on the
groups.
bus, you never know. If you just like flipped on like a camera on, like what are we doing right now?
I was
and
listening to Toto Africa when I was driving.
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Like, I love
But that's why it would trip people out, because we'll all be singing like all of us,
but
But then the next song will be like Issues, so it goes all over. It's up and down. There's don't put a limit to your to your creativity. Don't ever do that to yourself, man. Listen to anything and everything, and gather anything and everything you can from music, from fans, from people, from take the good and the bad input and use it.
just from being a metal guy and being in bands, it's hard because metal people are very focused in their die-hard metal.
Purists.
It's like I listen
Purists.
to Ghost, right? Purists.
Yeah.
They say it's not metal, but
They
it doesn't
exist in every genre.
You always have to remember, not everyone's going to like you, and if everyone does like you, you're doing something wrong.
Right.
Because there's people that are not supposed to like you.
Yeah.
Well,
so
music
a
is
lot of
like
people
food.
hate me, so.
Last night we were talking about eggplant. He's from Buffalo. I'm like, I don't like eggplant. He's like, I like eggplant.
But-
and then we just continued our
But
day.
it has to be it has to be cooked right. You don't want the mushy eggplant.
Right.
You want that
Right,
nice.
but what I'm saying is it's not a deal breaker.
That
He can
firm,
like eggplant if he
grilled
wants
eggplant
eggplant.
steak,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing. You can like Ghost. You can like. I'm just saying, like whatever you like. It doesn't matter from one guy to another. There's usually somewhere in the middle that everybody likes. There's usually like maybe you don't like a band I do and I don't like a band you do, but then we're like, well, what about Maiden? And we're both like, well, fuck yeah, Maiden, right? So there's always something there.
It makes good music though when you guys can each have a
Well,
little bit of a different background.
It
bring a
does.
different perspective.
It does, because it rounds out the album really well. And my music, like, the diversity of my music is fucking ridiculous. When I'm at home and I want to relax, there's a station on Sirius XM that's 40s Junction that plays all 40s jazz music. And I'll jam that out for an hour, and most people would never fucking listen to that. And same thing with Frank Sinatra and Nat King Cole and Dean Martin and like shit like that. And then through the 50s, through the 60s to Creedence, I could listen to Creedence for 6 hours straight and not get sick of it. And so, I mean, it's everywhere. It's all over the place for me, personally.
How do you guys come? Do you write the songs collaboratively, or do you come up with rhymes first?
I'll usually come up with the stem stuff and the ideas, and then I'll send it off. Or I'll be like, hey, this is what I'm hearing right here, and then I'll let them do their deal.
Well, and also because he fired his band, like this whole album has been mostly his brain trust. Like this all stemmed from him, and though he's branched out, like, hey, put something on this. What do you think about this? This all came from Andrew Boss's brain, and then stemmed out, built up into different ways through other people's stuff. But this is all this is his baby right here.
As being family, do you guys getting along, get on the road and shit, or?
No, they're brothers. They're totally brothers.
Well, luckily I put up with their shit, so I'm the nice brother.
He's the middle.
He's the middle.
I'm basically the best
He's
brother.
old.
Best brother would be the word for